Hello everyone, this is Wolven's sister, and I am here to bring you a Between the Realms walkthrough. I'll be doing a little bit of step-by-step a little bit, but it's going to be sped up a little bit in the process behind it. So here we have my two main characters, Sadie on the left and Amira on the right. She's the one with the wolf ears and the weird-looking daggers. They're the two main characters from my webcomic Between the Realms. And as you can see, this was originally just going to be a speed paint, just a regular speed paint, but I messed up, and you'll see in this video, you'll know when I messed up, where I didn't record like half of it. So I decided, I'll just make this a walkthrough and just so you guys understand the process and how I got the whole picture put together in a sense. If you guys would like to see more of these videos, just let me know in the comments below or message me or whatever. and I'll get to making more videos like these. They'll be more in depth and tutorials and other fun stuff. But anyway, so this picture was originally meant for, my subscribers on Tapastic, because we had just hit 200 subscribers. Yay! Woo! So I wanted to make this as my way of thanks, and I had them choose. I had like a list, and I was like, which theme do you want? Do you want another cute, cuddly picture or a badass picture? And everyone chose the badass picture. So this is the best I could come up with. I was originally thinking, having them fighting and stuff, but then I realized, Sadie, the one on the left, she's not much of a fighter. She's gonna have, she fights in like her own way. My whole point with her is that she fights with words. She doesn't use violence. Whereas Amira, the one on the left with the dog ears and stuff, she does the violence. She's the one that knows how to, strategize and tactics and combat and all that fun stuff. I mean, Sadie can fight. I mean, girl's gotta know how to defend herself, but my whole point with her is that you don't have to resort to physical stuff to be a warrior. You can be a warrior in many senses of the word. So that's my whole point with her character, and it'll make sense later on in the story, I promise. It doesn't make sense right now because I suck at explaining things and spoilers, blah. But anyway, so as you can see, what I usually do is I sketch them, and then I scan them, and then I upload them into my Photoshop. Kind of any art program can work with that. And then I, do the line art, and then I just do the base coloring. I mean, sometimes I'll do the backgrounds first before I do the base coloring. It kind of all depends on the picture and depends on what I want from the picture. This picture has a lot of shadows and a lot of you'll see later on. Has a lot of shadows, and it has a lot of contrasting colors and stuff, so I really had to kind of start with the skin first and then move on to the background. Some people do it the other way around, and that's totally fine. There's really no right or wrong answer when it comes to drawing. So, I mean, there's ways to make it easier, but there's really no right or wrong answer when it comes to drawing. So I just worked with what I got, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to do the skin first just to make it easier, just so I know where the lighting is coming from. Because that just makes sense to me, at least in this picture. Some pictures I don't do that. Some pictures I just do the background first and call it good, and then I go from there. But this one required a little bit changing up. So I don't always do the same thing with my drawings. I try to change up something. I try and approach it differently. So, I try and approach each drawing differently just so I don't get bored, because when you draw the same way all the time, you can kind of get a little bored. So I try and change things up, how I color, how I shade. If I color first or if I shade first, whatever I want first. And sometimes I'll just challenge myself and just not do line art at all, just to challenge myself, just so I don't get bored, because yeah, like I said, if you draw the same thing over and over again, the same way over and over again, you can kind of get bored. And at least in my perspective, when it comes to art, you should always be experimenting, trying something new, learning something new, either from a tutorial or just experimenting on your own and figure out which technique works best for you. And you know what? And also, like I said before, there's no right or wrong answer when it comes to art. So, oh my god, we're on Sadie's hair. Ugh, I hate drawing Sadie's hair. It's so curly. I always ask myself, why did I have to make a curly haired character? But, you know, and then someone pointed out to me, oh, they all can't have straight hair. It's like, no, they can't. There has to be diversity. Sadie's hair is actually a lot of fun to draw in illustrations, just because I can kind of go crazy with it in illustrations, because my whole point with her hair is to make it look like a wildfire or a sun or something like that, you know? Like she's the sun, or she's just so wild like fire you can't tame her. That's like the whole point with Sadie. So the only thing hard about her hair is just it requires many layers and many different modes and many different colors. So that's mainly why it's hard. But only really in the comic it's hard. But in illustrations it's actually kind of fun because I can kind of go crazy. Amira is super easy. She's super easy. I can get most of her colors done on one layer. Her straight hair is a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun with her skin. I think her skin is a lot of fun to color because she's, as you can tell, she's not white. She's not Caucasian. she's of a different ethnicity, and so she's a lot of fun. Not ethnicity here on Earth because she's from a parallel dimension, so her ethnicity doesn't exist here, but you know, she's a lot of fun to draw and she's a lot of fun to color. Both of these two are a lot of fun to draw and a lot of fun to color. I love drawing them both. I mean, they have such strong personalities. I mean, if I had more time to draw them, I totally freaking would. If I had more time to update the comic more, I totally freaking would, because I love these two. These are probably, like, I've been a part of many different comics projects and story projects, and these two are probably my favorite out of all of them. They actually started out as roleplay characters. And they're both just completely human. Sadie had zero personality. She was just, it was actually Amira I used a lot in roleplays. Sadie was just sort of mentioned, Amira has a girlfriend, her name is Sadie. And then, you know, just one day I wanted to make a comic with a same-sex couple, but I don't really like drawing men. I can draw men. I draw them a lot for my job. I draw them a lot for my other comics projects I'm part of. But I like drawing women more just because I like the curves, and, well, you know, women are just really pretty. They're a lot of fun to draw. So I wanted a same-sex couple, and at the time I was like, I don't really want to do a male same-sex couple comic just because I just don't really like drawing men. That's just all there is to it. There's nothing more than that. And I was like, well, I got these two roleplay characters that are just kind of wasting away. Might as well flesh them out and give them purpose. So I did that. Other than the ears and the whole tail thing, Amira looks pretty much the same when I used her for roleplaying. Sadie looks the same. Oh, here, you can see where I messed up. Because it was originally meant as just a speed paint. You can see where I messed up in the recording, where I didn't record half of it. So we just sped along to the background, as you can see. Here I added a bunch of glowing effects because, you know, Sadie's holding a weird golden goo thing. Let me learn how to talk. And I also added a bit of cool colors, like cooling colors, because of the moon and how the clouds look, because the clouds look very light blue and cool. So I have to add, you know, shadows and highlights that are also cool to reflect that. And, you know, they're both kind of reflecting a little bit of the golden goo, so I have to, you know, add a little bit of warmth because of the golden goo. Yeah. So it's just a bunch of stuff like that, and then, you know, Amira's eyes glow when when she's in predator mode or in protective mode. And here I am. I'm just think I was just adding some dodging on highlights. Yep. just doing their eyes now. God, I love drawing their eyes. These eyes, this art style is an art style I made up one day, and I just love it. But it looks like we're done now. It looks like I'm just, let's see. Looks like here I'm adding in the dodging and the highlights and the burning and stuff just to give it more contrast. And just making it stand out a little bit more, just polishing up a little bit. I do it on the clouds, I do it on the characters, I do it, oh, and then here I am, I'm going through the photo filters just to touch it up one itsy bitsy more, and then thank you for 200 plus subscribers. And here is the finished product. This is the product that is on my website, it's on my Tabastic, it's everywhere. And if you want, you are more than welcome to read Between the webcomic at the links provided in the video, and they will also be provided in links below. Thank you very much for watching.